Welcome to Annotation class. Now I'm sharing my screen. This is the last video's discussion. This is the last video discussion. What is the discussion in the last video? Yeah. One thing is the controller at the annotation based development, Spring-MVC annotation based application development. In that, first one is the at controller in the annotation to give the intimation to the servlet container. Servlet container. This class is the controller class or handler class. Okay. Handler methods and this is the trap the request as the URL path, passing the URL path there is the and request param take binding the data in the form from the form. Okay, and session attribute. When you use the session attribute, then you can use the value in session object. You can use the session object entire project. Okay, entire application. I will show you in depth. Don't worry. Practical today's session is total practical based, and I have downloaded very good form like login form and success form. Okay, if you want to, I want to show you guys which form I am preparing. This form. This form. When you click success, when you get success, then this message will come. When you get this form. Okay, this form I downloaded from the internet codes. So code is there. I will share my in this code. Total today's code I will share in my channel, in my Facebook group. Facebook which one? Facebook page. Okay, at coding part. Okay. I forget to change my team my team didn't change my Facebook page name. So today's onward I will change that. Okay. Sorry. So this is the form. I will show you the code also. So up to that, this is at the red controller. What's the red controller? Controller annotation to test the Spring container or servlet container that this class is the controller or handler class. That this class is the controller and handler class. Okay. So when you use at the red annotation, so not required to implement or extend any controller. Okay. So you can define user-defined method. You can use user-defined method. Okay, method flexibility, all that. When you activate this annotation in your project, so this one, when you want to activate this annotation on your project, so you should this is the mandatory steps component scan based package, pass the controller based package. So then the annotation will activate. Okay, so here tell the Spring container auto scan the entire package, identify the controller component. This mean okay. So now this is the controller implement the request mapping. This annotation is used to define the request URL. For what? To define the request URL. Which request URL coming from the client or browser window based on the context or root HTTP request method. Based on the HTTP request method, which type of request is coming from the client, like get or post. Okay, this is used in class level or entire class level or method level as well. Okay, so here this is the syntax request mapping. Practical practical this is very totally practical. Okay, and method flexibility also I will show you. Don't worry. So value. So value. This is the value. This is the value. Okay, method request method dot get. Okay, method. At the red controller. This is the example. This is the example. Same example I will develop. Same example. Instead of model and view, you can return. If you want, but this is the not recommended way. I will use return type as a string. Okay, I will use return type as a string. How to return a string? How to return logical view name? Logical view name. Okay, to the controller, to the dispatcher servlet, and dispatcher servlet identify and prepare the result and format the result to the client. And the same flow. Remember flow. Okay. So these many things we can use inside the parameters, handler method parameter, and this many thing data type. I will use string and this annotation. I will use HTTP. These annotation, these uh, classes object I will use and request param I will use and today's is a session attribute I will use in this example. Okay, and model attribute is a very important. Okay, request param. This annotation we use in the method method to bind the method parameter, the request parameter. Bind the method parameter and the request parameter support data, username and user password come. And then this annotation bind the username and user password to with method parameters, which is method parameter inside the handler method parameter type. So if the request is submitted by the browser, if the request submitted by the browser, if the request submitted by the browser, the request parameter are passed through the URL, to parameter, to parameters that can be easily mapped to method annotation parameter. That's this one is the example, right? Look at it. I will use this one also. I will use. Session attribute, guys. Session attribute important. This annotation used to define variable name. We used to define variable. I will use one variable like string status, string result, or string status. It's totally your depends on your knowledge. That's it. Okay. In order to keep the key value pairs in session scope, it will keep key value pairs inside the session scope. And in order to use that multiple pages in the same web application, this key value pair is kept in the session scope. Then session scope, so you can use these these multiple pages inside the web application, but on one web application I will show you. This is the annotation. Suppose we pass the result, and here we pass the map dot add attribute. This is the result. This is the key value pair. This is the key value pair. Cap here. This is the same. We should pass the name as the same. Then by using this result, we can get the result data. We can get the result data we show. This is the use inside the JSP. Result JSP. I will write in this code. Which code? Session dot by this nine number of object in the JSP is already there. Session request and response. Many more are there. So session dot get attribute. Pass the result. That's it. Now I am going to develop this application. So are you with me, guys? Okay. So now just click on this, right, and new and dynamic web project. I hope you are you doing a practical regularly. So 6 number of projects are there. So now Spring-MVC login app using annotation with annotation and bootstrap. I will share this code on my Facebook group. Okay, so we will go and collect it, and as well as I will share my Facebook group link in the description. Okay, so we'll go and collect it. So now first we prepare the UI part. So we have UI part, guys. So now you can see first we have this form. First we should don't worry about all this thing. If you are UI developer, then it's good. Go on internet search, you will get the more form. Okay, more login form are there inside this code. This is our code. Guys. This is our code. So don't worry all this about. Don't worry. Only think about this. Form. Only think about this. So if you want to remove, read, remember me button also, you can remove. Okay, you can remove. Okay. So now I'm copying this code and paste it inside our project. So now let's create web-i. First we should require libraries. So which library we used? Libraries, lib folder. These jars I want to use. One jar is. So now I want to paste one more thing. I want to paste these jars in sort. This is the session number 30. Session number 13. repeating the point, session number 13. This is the session number 13. Now I read, wait a bit. Not responding it properly. That's right. Now red, check it red, and size I want to 25. Okay. Now it's good. Just I will share these notes also in my Telegram channel, but I will share. But in right now, I'm unable to share, guys. Well, because it's doing the lots of hard work, like converting this BNG the PDF, then share. Okay, my team will do. Okay, don't worry. Now here, what is it? I want this just take one screenshot. Libraries folder. Inside the library folder, these jars are around. Okay. So now just paste here these jar. 18 is good. So now write these jars for Spring web application, Spring web application or Spring-MVC. Spring web MVC. That's it. These jars are required. Okay. So copy these jars, I had already shared all this thing. Okay. This folder I had already shared zip file in my Telegram channel. Go and collect it, guys. Yes, it. Now next is what is that? Prepare. What is that? Prepare. Inside the web icon folder, prepare one login form. Login form. Login form. Just inside the login form, then do one thing. Click here and select this. Remove this space page is here. Here, ignore special language false. False. Just remove it, save it, and copy this part. This one. Control C. Copy this and here down this and paste it. Okay. So now up to that, how much we required inside this? Only these things we required. Form up to this is good. Now, if you want to remove this, you can remove this. Not an issue. Remember me also remove it. Not required. So now here, this is the form. Form is action. Which type of action is we performing? Login action. Okay. Slash not required as slash login. Okay. And method is which type method? Which type method? Post. What is that post? Just pass post. Now here in the text type, not required to establish. This one is the username. It's okay. Now here pass the name attribute. Inside the name attribute, we pass name. By using this name attribute, we find the data inside the handler method. So inside the request also is required as a password. You password you name attribute equals to you name. You pass the password. That's it. Now login button is good. Okay. I hope it's ready. So now this one is ready. Don't worry about this CSS. I will share same code. I will share. Okay. In my Facebook. Don't worry. First I will share the screenshot. Then I will. Okay. Go and collect it. So now here next is when we click this button, then we will get this form. Login success. Okay, login success message. This is the example. Why? Because I downloaded from the internet, so that's why it's showing like that. Okay. So now here, come here, go Control C, copy this code, and here result. Here one create one page result. Okay. Now JSP file is JSP result. result. Okay, just hit it. Now here also I will use expression language. So remove the okay then letter for I got while equal to true. Okay, so remove this and paste it. Now code is coming on. So now here, congratulations, login success. No, here, welcome method is what I want to put. Welcome to, welcome message. Welcome to our world. Our world. Our world. Welcome to our world. Which world, guys? Which world? Free learning world. Okay, ITSP. ITSP technology. That's it. Okay. Now decoration. Okay. When I'm provided a why I'm provided, so it's not feeling bored. Okay, here is the success method, but I want to generate a dynamic success method. Success message from the handler method, I will get it by using at the rate session attribute. At the rate session attribute, I will use it. So, in picture, in this example, I will show it. Don't worry. Now, next thing is controller. I want to create one controller. So this project is not required here. Java. So inside the SRC, create one controller, login controller, create one class. Inside the class, create first package com.itsp.controllers. Controller. Just create one class. What is it? Login controller. What is it? Login controller. Login controller. Okay. So here is not required to implement any method or like this is the totally programmer dependent. Okay. So now here this is the when I want to give the intimation to the subnet container. Subnet container. This annotation is this class and the controller class. So use at the rate controller annotation. That's it. Hit enter. Then one package will come. What is the package name is? This package. Okay. So now I am importing this package. This package. And this which class is this guys? This class is to add the rate controller and the rate controller limitations. Okay. Okay. The next is I want to launch the login form by using the method handler method. So what should we do here? Just create one public string, launch string, and show login form. Here, no argument is required. Why? Because this is a simple method to launch only form. Okay. So here return type is here return the logical view name. Logical view name is return. Return the logical view name is what is the login form. Login form. That's it. Here. So now I want to give the intimation this method save the request. Save the request by using @request mapping. Okay. So here we pass one thing, just pass slash. Just pass slash. That's it. So now this annotation come from org.spring. Yeah, this annotation come from this annotation come from this annotation is come from which at the rate request at the rate request mapping at the rate request mapping. which class we have? Annotation dot request mapping and bind web and bind annotation. Okay. So now next is simple. Okay. Now let's try first we configure the controller and request mapping inside the XML file. So how much code we did inside? We have already dispatcher servlet, so copy this dispatcher servlet file. I don't want to prepare again. If you want, then I will prepare. Not an issue. Want? Really want it. Okay. Not an issue, guys. Inside this, just create one XML file. Other. Yeah. XML file. Pass that. XML file. You create one XML file. Just click on this. Yeah. Okay. Now here pass DS. Suppose DS hyphen servlet dot. That's everything. Here XSD is required. So XSD I want to copy now. Up to that you have it, yeah, guys. This one is required. So copy this XSD, copy, and paste it here. That is servlet control and choose this B. Okay, now here, but use one annotation instead of configuration controllers and mapping class. So which annotation I have already told you. This annotation I want to use. This annotation guys. Observe. Where is the annotation is known? Where I have this one. Context colon component type scan based package. So just click on context and you will get the suggestion. This one. How many things we can configure by using context, config, scan, WebVR, expert, server, override, placeholder, configuration. Configuration we will learn on. But it is required. Package is com.itsp.controller. Now configuration is done, right? Just do that. Now here, pass the view solver information. View solver information. So V inside the V name is inside the V name is what is the name? View resolver. View resolver. View resolver. Yes, okay. View resolver. Class is if you don't know the class name, just use one thing inside the controller. Here, just enter one thing. What is that? Here, enter internal or no internal internal resource view resolver. Just enter. You will get this package internal view resource resolver. Okay, control layers. Remove this. Not this remove this. Simple way to get it. Okay. So now here, paste this package. Right? Now, good. Now inside this class, we have two properties. First property is suffix and suffix. So first property inside the property take pass the name of the property prefix inside the prefix values. Pass the value equals to web hyphen inf web hyphen inf. Remember one thing. Start with the slash and end with the slash, guys. Why? Because it's combining it's preparing full path like it's preparing the full path like for that name web hyphen inf then file name and.jsp extension. Okay, just close this. And second property is property tag, property tag suffix and pass the value equals to the.jsp. That's it. Alright. These one, control C. I want to place it. No, first I want to run. Na? After that, I will paste all the code down. So this is the code. So now next thing is Dispatcher servlet configuration is the reminding. Dispatcher servlet configuration is the reminding. So inside this, just pass here one thing. What is it? Servlet. Inside the servlet, pass one thing. Servlet hyphen name. Servlet hyphen name is suppose TS. We pass servlet name is TS. This name logical name and file starting name should be matched. Okay. Change, you will get exception. Now next one, we have pass the servlet class. Servlet class. What is the org.spring framework dot I do the lot of practicals as well. I remember this package. Okay. Now what is that? Spring framework dot web dot servlet dot dispatcher servlet. Now here pass the mapping. So URL, what is that? Servlet mapping. Here is we'll get the suggestion, guys. So now servlet name. This is the logical servlet name. Here I trap the request URL pattern, pass the script. Why? Because just I want to launch the form by using slash. That's what. Here I am not using like index.jsp. Okay, that's why. So now our form launching is completed, guys. So now we form launched, issued this application, our form should be launched. Now let's see. Here is our browser should be Chrome. Browser Chrome is good. Now let's run this example. Run on server. Just next. This is for only form launching. You will get the form. Okay, now finish. Wait. If we are facing any error, then try to solve. Okay. When we will get the error, don't think this is the error. When you will get the error, it means you have some opportunity to learn new thing. Okay. So now let's see 5.5 error. What is that error? So now 5 error dispatches an internal server error here. org.spring okay. This file name, this class name should not match them. So some spelling mistakes are there. Definitely right. Dispatcher. Dispatcher. Okay, so it is good. Now let's see it out. Servlet. Yeah. Now let's see. Replace this. Yeah. 404 found. Okay, not an issue. Just try to run one more time. Inside this controller, login form. Return the logical view name of the file. Paste mapping is good. Controller. Run this again. Run this application. Next. Finish. Now restart the server. Now restart the server. Yes. Not found. We not found. Okay, let's check it out. Where we done the mistakes here. Request mapper controller is good. Guys. Okay. Here controller is good. And here inside the dispatcher servlet is good. Web hyphen inf. Yeah, good. Now it's good. Now .gsp is good. Suffix value is good. ITSP component mistake is there. IT. Yes. So now let's try this. Let's raise this. No, I should run one more time. Huh? So stop the server. Stop the server. Run the application. Run that application. Next. Finish. Now we will get out. Definitely, and don't worry. Don't worry, don't worry. Just be with me and it should be very good, very good, very good. It takes time. It takes time. Why? Because it having so much property. Form is launched or not, guys. Form is launched or not. Form launching is success. So now close this. Provide some implementation about the login pages. Okay. Now here, close this. Here also. Okay. So now here, some here. Not required. Close this. Now here, provide the our setup is ready. Setup is ready. Just provide the controller implementation like login from method, handler method. So now public string, what is it? Login action, that's it. Inside the login action, first I will use HTTP request, this form, HTTP request, HTTP request, HTTP not the request, servlet, HTTP servlet request. Servlet is for request REQ, comma, HTTP servlet, HTTP servlet, HTTP servlet, HTTP servlet, servlet, HTTP servlet, response, servlet response, servlet response RES. Okay. Now here, now next is control shift code requires for the package RES slash comma. Here, one thing is required. What is the thing? What is the thing? What is the thing, guys? What is the thing? Model map. Model map we can use to bind the data, guys, with the map object. So by using this map object, we can return. Okay. So now model map. Okay. So throw the exception, guys. Now here. Yes, okay. So now here we create one string like result. Create one string result. Okay. So now I want to do. Okay. All the packages you want. No, this is the servlet class packages not required. A model is required over here. And proceed here. Control V. This class this class given what is that model map class object. Okay. So now here something else. Okay. Now here return is first is return here is return. So I want to get the data. I want to get the data by using HTTP request. Here I am not using. This is the first way to implement login form by using HTTP request and response. So first get the request. Uh, browser window send the request by using request parameter. Request parameter. So string uname equals to req dot get parameter. Which parameter is passed through the container through the browser window? So I want to get it. So here, which pass uname we pass inside the form page. Now, string u pass equals to request dot get parameter. Get parameter there. Inside this pass one thing u pass attribute. Okay. Now we get the data inside the form, from the form into the uname and upass object, then perform the login operation. If suppose if uname dot equals of wait a minute. One thing I want to tell you about the equals method. This equals method come from the string class. Come from the which class? String class. So it's having content comparison. It having content comparison guide. So here pass one thing Raja. Here pass Raja. Here pass Raja and password as a Rani. And and operator. You pass dot equals method. Okay. Here pass you name. Here you pass. That's it. No. Here pass. Content comparison. Na? Okay. So now here you can pass what is that? Here you can pass Rani. Rani. Good. So now here you can return the one thing. Here you can return or add one thing. Model map object. Inside the model map object, we pass the add attribute. We pass use one method add attribute to add. One thing I want to tell you. Is it the equals method come from the string class? Why? Because it's override inside the string class from object class. Here, object class method equals method is there, so that method is reference comparison, but string class method is content comparison. So remember this point, very important. Map dot add attribute. What is the attribute? I want to add? Add attribute, string attribute name and object attribute name. That's it. Here is the string attribute name. Here is what is that? Result. String attribute name is result. Okay, guys. Result. I want to pass result. Okay. A string attribute name is result, and then values. I want to log in success. That's it. Else, if we are using one line, so not required to pass curly braces. So map dot add attribute here also. String name result. Here we pass result, and here you pass the login field. Login field. Login field. Okay, login field. Now here simply return one thing. Return the logical view name. Return logical view name. Return the logical view name. What is the logical view name? The result. Okay, logical view name is result. Result will pass. Okay, result will pass. So now by using this logical name, I want to get the data inside the result. So each param at the param at the rate request at the rate which method at the rate station attribute Here we pass the attribute result. Control as and copy this station attribute. Okay, Control C. Come here and here. I want to paste it. All annotations come from which packages you should be aware about it. Okay, and the station attribute. attribute. Okay, social attribute. Okay, this is good. So now come here. Now up to this is good. Now coming to the our result page. Result page. Inside the result page, use here Java code. Anyone know how to use Java code? So now simple. Use this one and equals to session dot get attribute method. Here you can pass simple. Get attribute method. What is the result? Result. 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 Then you will get output. Definitely you will get output, guys. Okay. Now let's try. Let's try. What do you think, guys? Let's try or not? Here, one thing is reminding. Here we pass home. Home, instead of home, I want to use slash URL dot slash. Dot slash. Then when you click the home button, then it will go the automatically home page. Okay. Let's try. Can I execute? Then I will give the more improvisation code. Okay, run on server. Run on server. Next. Next. Restarting the server, yes. Login field and login success generated by a dynamically, guys. Dynamically, it's generated from the controller class. Okay, this one. It's added to the model and model attribute pass the pass the by using the session attribute. By using the session attribute, we using session object. By using session object, we can access this result entire our application anywhere in any pages. Okay, by using this. Let's try this. This is the Java code. Java code. This is the totally Java code. Write it inside the JSP page. So now let's try this. Let's try this. We're getting output of that. First we pass SVK. SVK. First I will provide wrong password and username to log in. What is that? What is that? Login style.css. Yet we get some error on. Let's see. Not getting why. Just pass SVK and here. Okay. Now it's coming same page. It's not going on the login page. Why? Because one thing is reminding guys, what is the thing? Here we didn't pass the request mapping. That same thing is happening now, guys. Are you getting my point? So now let's pass the add the request. Add the request mapping. Add the request mapping. Which request is coming? Which request here slash is mandatory. In the previous session I said slash is the mandatory. Okay. Slash is the mandatory, not the login. Login here. Request come from login page. Login page. This one, this action is coming, guys. So now stop the server. Now stop the server. Run the again. Run again. Run the server. Yeah. Now cleared. Now it's launching. It's launching right on the cloud. Pass the SDK here. Pass the password, any password. Just click on login, and you will get it's coming. Same thing is again passing same thing. Get a method here. Okay. Yeah. Step CSS. No found. No page found. Okay. Okay. Not its login and result. Yes. Not result found. Just go into the login page and check the view. Just check it. Just copy the rename. Copy here. Come here. Control C. required. This one is not required. Okay. Just pass here the result. Okay. So now log in inside the form. Check which method. Where is the form over? Where is form? First of all, take it down to the server. Action is login. Method is post. Okay, good. Just copy this and here inside the controller, which passing the login. Control yes. Now it's good. Now it's good. Now it's good. Like this. Maybe some spelling mistakes are there. Yes, some spelling mistakes. Okay. Word is right. Okay. Logic is also right, guys. Login page is coming up. Just pass one thing. SVK and like login. Now it's not working. Why it's not working, guys? Just see the console. Page not found, like Spring framework, dot page not found, no handler found. Why not handler found, guys? Okay, let's check it out. I'm checking, don't worry. Here is good, huh? Here is also good request and result. Start.jsp. Page name is same. Not required. Okay, inside the controller. And the get controller is good. And the red request mapping here inside the button we pass form. Inside the form action is the login. Here we have created the not found. Form is launched. This method is working. Then I want to change the page name. Okay. Now here, try to change the rename. Instead of the just check result one. Okay. Result page. Result page. And result page, just copy the result page. Rename. Control C. Here, return the logical view. Control V. Okay. So now, yeah, just logical view password. Login. Okay. Here the result is result and the result is passing. Result. Some spelling mistakes are there. The dispatches alert is good. This one is not required. This one is also good. When we click this button, when we click this login button, then it should go inside the login action login. Inside the action login action is there. Request mapping. Okay. Request mapping and the request mapping is there. This thing. Okay. And the get request and response is there. All these things are good. Our logic is good, guys. Inside the logic is not just run one more time. right. Everything is right. That's everything is right. Everything is right. Now let's try the right one. Huh? What is the Raja? And then just try Raja, Rani. Let's log in. Same page is coming. What happened? This page is confounded, no? Let's try this one. It's giving me error. Okay. Our time clean the server, no? Just refresh. There the clean. Reference the server. Project. Make the project clean. Just come here. This one. To this one also. Not required. This one is also. Reload the step and pass the equals method. No? Pass the equals method is the map dot. Then attribute map dot attribute model map is there. Instead of login, when you click this method inside the login page, guys, don't worry, I will resolve, don't worry. Method like post, capital letter, not a capital and only login and login, at the login. We pass this URL, we pass the action. Oh my god, but spelling mistake is there. No. Action, action. Observe. This is spelling mistakes are there. Action, yes. Oh, what is it? Good. Now here, just stop the server. And if you want to run same application, it's okay. I don't run one more time. Huh? Just run on server. Just remove all. I with it. Login with it now. Fix number. None on server. Next. Let's see what happened. It's not what happened. No. Page will load. Definitely page will load. And after this example, I will do the some modification like request param, how we use request param annotation at the rate request param on the thing. Here we pass as SVK and pass the any password is login, and then we get a login. Login field. Welcome to our part ITSP homepage. I want to perform the Raja and Rani. Just Rani. Login. Then we get login success. Now our code is working or not? It's working or not? Just home button. Now its code is working. So now this is the one way. This is the one way to declare controller, declare handler method. Okay? Handler method inside the controller. You can use this logic inside service classes also, and the service classes here is very important. Anything at the rate auto bind. If time is possible and next session I will do the same particular. Okay, this logic I will create in the separate inside the this logic I will create inside the service class. Then use the service class method here. Then return the logical unit. Okay, guys. So now here. This one is the option. This second way I am giving to you. Second way second way how to use and the request param notation and the request param. Copy this and put up to this. Copy this. See here, here, here. Just Control V. Instead of this, at the rate this one, here you use one thing, at the rate, here we use at the rate, what is the session, at the rate request param, at the rate request, at the rate request param. Here you will pass the param name, here you will pass the param name, which is the u name, and u name is string. That's it. Yeah, this one is not required. This one is not required. This one is not required. I'm giving a total request. I know. You pass. Pass the string. You pass. That's it. Now here, instead of model map, we use map. Let's see if it load or not. Here map, all the string, object. Control shift O, control shift O. Control shift O, import the packages. Okay, so this one is not required by result to be required. Add attribute is not applicable for the map. So now here is map dot put method is there. Pass the string value like result. Let's see result. And here we pass the value. Here we can pass the value for the what is that? Here we pass the value like login success. Success or not? Let's see. Now it's good. Here this way is the recommended map dot put result comma login field. What is that? Value is login field. Login field. That's it. Now this one return inside the request and map with the map object. And where the one object is there, find aware model object. If you want to show, I will show you. Don't worry. Just stop the server here. I want to show you one thing. Yes out. Which object to bind the data? Here map dot get class. Let's see. Is the bind aware model object. Okay. So let's see. Now let's try the example. Everything is good. Everything is good. Bar request param. I want to give one request param annotation also. Request for this annotation. This class come from the annotation. Okay. This annotation. this annotation, like this annotation at the rate request param annotation come from this class. org.springweb.find annotation.request param. Are you getting my point, guys? Control, come back. Right on this example. And this first output, first I will show the output. Okay. See, now see. Wait. Page is loading. Yes, page is loading. Just perform the SVK. Hit enter. You will get login failed now. It's working, guys. Map object. Now let's see. Here you will get one class. Find aware model map. We use which one? We use which one here, guys? We use which one? Which one we used? Map. When you use also model map, then same class object will return same class model map. This bind aware model map, is shareable memory. Okay, I will show you the hierarchy also. If you're using model map, same object, and other thing are also same object it will return. Okay, same class. Okay. So now this method is recommended. This method is recommended. Okay. Now I'm pasting both the methods. Which method is recommended? I will see. This method is recommended to use. This method is recommended. Full signature are there. Recommended to use. Now recommended to use. Recommended to use in our development. Lot of people use this, but they don't know the internals. Here, share one find aware model object. Find aware model object. This is the shareable memory. If you use any other thing instead of model, instead of map model, another thing, then it will return. I will give a one session on this. Recommended way to use daily development. Daily development. Okay. Recommended way to use. This is not a recommended way. This is not a recommended way to use application development. In our course, I will use same signature in the frequently in next sessions. Okay. So now this is total our today's session, guys. This is our today's session, total today's session, guys. After that, I hope you got the clarity about this topic, how to get the data from the form, how to perform the login operation, guys. So now here, I'm just opening my Facebook page here. This one is the IT coding part. If you don't know about my Facebook page, just go and select this code. Okay. I will share some screens and as well as code. Okay. But just back this, come here. Just open the Facebook page and take the screenshot. Let's see. Copy this. Windows is working on a lecture now. Open our Facebook page. IT coding bar. I will say if you don't know about this page, go and follow this page. Here you will get a more information of daily. Here my team will upload the daily daily photos and videos. No. So here, just login application. What is that? Login application, login app using annotate Spring-MVC, Spring-MVC annotation. Annotation with this CSS annotation and with this CSS with Bootstrap. Just change it. Okay, now here paste the control key this time. Photo is coming or not? Let's see. Here, this one is coming or not coming. Now I want to check one more. So this is one is the login. I want code as well as code. Just I'm stating one by one code. Okay. So here, first I'm saying login from DSP control A, control C. Here, come here and login from DSP. Okay. Login from the DSP. Those of me. And next is after that, after this, on the side page. Now after this, result.page.jsp. Now here, come here, result.page.jsp. This is the code. See, and then here, paste it. That's it. Now next is our what controller. Controller. What is controller? Login. Login. Login controller. Java. See. Paste. Okay. Paste here. Next one is full code. I'm saying, okay. DS hyphen calculate. Calculate dot XML. Calculate dot XML file. Okay. Now here, open this and control C. Just copy this code and retry it on it. That's why I'm telling you. If you are facing any problem, paste it. After that, after this web dot XML file. But this is the last one file. This is the last file. Here, web.xml file. This all the thing is not required. This one is required. Okay. Yeah. Then one tag is required. The tag is required, guys. What the tag is? Web hyphen, web hyphen, then eclipse. Code is completed now. Now I'm posting the code. Okay. We just post it. Yeah. So now it's here. You can say this form, this form. Now by using this one, by using this login form page. Okay. Now like the video and follow this. Okay. I will share. Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. And we will meet next session. And next session, I will show you the Maven, how to create by using Maven Spring-MVC application. Okay. Thank you for watching. We will meet next session.